thought on an inference that we had, okay? So when Ms. Gutierrez came in here, she modeled that lesson for you, and y'all all were able to participate in that. And I noticed some really, really good things about y'all's work. So if y'all want to go on your paper and look at question number 3. Look at question number 3 that you did. On question number 3, all of y'all were able to make really good inferences, and the text that y'all provided really supported your inferences. Does anyone have one that they'd like to share with the class? Gabriel?
They think that her sister is lying.
And what was your evidence that supported that?
She will give me goosebumps when her storytelling. We laughed, looked at each other, and whispered, "Sure."
Okay, think about that little sister saying, "Sure." What would that mean if you're like, Miss Pogue telling you this wonderful story about something, and then y'all are with your friends? Sure. What would that mean?
You don't believe me?
You don't believe me, right? You think I'm lying? Sure. Okay, so good. So everyone was able to come to that. Yes, everyone was able to come to that conclusion. If you want to go ahead and flip to the other side where number 4 was, we're going to look at number 4 because that one we seem to have a couple of misconceptions on number 4. So go ahead and look at number 4, which is the back of your paper. As we were walking around, we kind of noticed that we were stuck on having a certain amount of bubbles. We thought that we had to have, we thought some people put in there like 20 of them, some people only gave us 1, and some were doing 2. So y'all were really stuck on just knowing how many bubbles do I have to fill in. And is that really the purpose of a graphic organizer, to figure out what do I need to do just to get it done? Is that what we did that for? No, right? So I really don't want us today focusing or harping on how many bubbles do I have to do? What do you want? How many bubbles do I have to do? The graphic organizer is there to make sure that you're stretching out your thoughts and making those connections, okay? So today we're going to try not to focus on the amount of bubbles. The other thing that we were noticing is if you look at your text evidence should be what? Your own thinking or something directly from the passage?
Directly from the passage.
Good, directly from the passage. And I noticed on quite a few papers that we were just expanding our thoughts. So if your inference was the golden coin was a gift, she gave it to the kids. Is that directly in the passage?
No.
No, right? Is that just what I'm thinking?
Yes.
Those are my thoughts. So could that serve as text evidence? No,
You
right?
know if that was in there or not.
Good, because it's not in the passage. You're not able to find that in the passage. Your text evidence is really supposed to stretch out your thinking. Make that connection to what you're reading, okay? So today, as we're making inferences again, we need to directly quote the passage that you are reading. How do we quote it? What did y'all put around the quote or the excerpt from the passage? Joey?
Quotation.
Quotation marks. Everyone put your fingers up like this. These are quotations.
Quotation.
What are these called? Quotations. All right, good. Okay.
All right, so let's take a look at it again. All right, so you should be on number 4 on your paper. So look at number 4.
It was a day that you were absent. There it goes.
Okay, so look at number 4. We're going to kind of do this one again, and as we're going through it, I want you to make corrections and revisions on your paper. Okay, so what was the question for number 4? What was the question? What was it asking? Okay. And we were trying to figure out why, right? Why did she give the kids a gold piece on it with the word hope? So in the middle, you should have had what? We could say gold piece with hope, right? We're just going to kind of shorten that because we have the question in front of us. Can you see up here? Do I need to zoom in? I have it upside down. Okay, gold piece with hope. Okay? So that's what we're trying to figure out. Why did she give him a gold piece with hope? What are some things that you put down? Why did she give him a gold piece with hope?
Because it says
so she wanted them to stay hopeful, right? Why did she want them to stay hopeful? Or how do you know she wanted them to stay hopeful?
Because in the passage it says, keep this gold, well, what she says, what Miss Watkins says, keep this gold piece and you will have hope.
Okay.
You have hope.
Okay, good. So I like that he made an inference and he gave me text evidence. So I'm going to draw my bubble because I have an inference. Now remember, just like Ms. Pogue said, I don't have to have 10 bubbles, I don't have to have 20 bubbles, I could have maybe 1 bubble or 2 bubbles, okay? As ever many bubbles it needs to answer the question. So your inference was so the students can have hope, okay? So the students can always have hope. That's what he's thinking. That's why he's saying that she gave it to them. And then your evidence would then go in parentheses, in quotation marks, I'm sorry. And it's paragraph 13. I like that he's giving me a specific paragraph. And read that line to me.
Okay, this one was sent on it for each one. Mrs. Watkins cherished the gift and told you beautiful words. Keep this gold piece and you will always have hope.
Okay, so keep this gold piece and you will always have hope. Okay? All right, so that's very good. So that's his inference. There's his evidence to support that. Okay? Notice how I put it in quotation marks. And notice I put the paragraph. And notice that this is not his words. What we saw a lot of on this one, you had your own words, and then you had your own words. You had an inference, and then you had another inference. Okay? So you make your inference, but you find actual text evidence from the story. Okay? What we also saw too with people just putting paragraph 13. Okay? We need you to identify the line in there. So you got to pull out that line and put it on the paper so we know that you understand that this evidence supports your inference. Okay? So that's one. Okay, make sure you're getting that down. I'll let Ms. Pogue do the other one with you all.
Yeah, I'll give you all about 1 more minute to do this. Jada, make sure you're writing it down.
And some of you may have this already, so then you can just put a little check mark by it because you know I got it, I'm on the right track. Okay?
Yes, I walked around, I saw a couple of them had this exact inference and the exact quote. So if it matches something you had, like Ms. Gutierrez said, put a check mark next to it.